Happy Tuesday. Oof, you sounded like a rabbit. Jim Abel Allen.
Idziemy down, Nick.
And welcome
into the dungeon. This week we find ourselves just outside of Phandalin, in the rolling hills and rocky outcrops that Shrew and his Shrubberies have decided to traverse, opting against the Tribor Trail, having learned that the orcs are still out to hunt him down. It's currently late morning, almost midday. It's a very, very cold, overcast day. Shrew.
Yes?
Now that I think of it, we didn't really ask Halia where exactly this lighthouse is.
It appears you're right. Well, we're not going to go back now, obviously, so... I mean, it's a lighthouse. I imagine that when it's night, we'll see the light from far away, especially if we crest one of these hills here. It should be fine.
Oh, yes, well, I suppose as long as we head to the west.
Yes.
Where the Sea of Swords is.
Towards the coast, that's right. I was thinking, Fenna, perhaps it would do us good if you use that hat and disguise yourself. I myself have no hair now, so, I can wrap something around my face and hide my mustache. And you, Fabian, perhaps you'd have a cowl or a hood or something that you can wear.
Well, what do you think this is on my head?
The orcs have seen you with that one. I mean a different one.
Well, perhaps I can take a page out of your book and... I don't know if I want to cut my locks.
I'm barely recognizable now, with my glasses and my shaved hair. So if we do come across some orcs, perhaps they won't figure out who we are. It's worth a try.
Yeah, we're not losing anything. Actually, Shrew, now that you mentioned that you're bald, what happened to your hat of wizardry?
Oh, I have it in my bag. I have no use for it, really, and I was thinking of selling it off in exchange for a better weapon. But the shop back there, the Lion's Costa, they didn't have anything good. Nothing worth of trade.
So Shrubberies have done some travelling already today. You travelled an hour and a half from Adabra's to town. So you'll be able to get about 4.5, nearly 5 hours travel before you need to call it a day and start finding a place to make camp. Today, I'm not going to make you wait like 40 minutes to roll a dice. In fact, I think you only rolled the dice twice last week.
Yes,
in the whole episode. And I think that was 2 consecutive rolls. So today, perhaps we should get the ball rolling.
The dice rolling.
See what I did there? Just a little sooner. So I'm going to ask you to roll me a survival check.
Big Boy is going to make an appearance again. I'll start with Big Boy always.
That's brave considering the last couple of sessions.
Nah, I trust him. That's a total of 17. Big Boy!
Okay, that's good. And are you doing this stealthily as you're walking through the wilderness? Or are you just,
Doing what?
just marching towards the coastline?
No, we're not travelling slow. We're travelling at a normal pace. So no, we're not stealthing.
Okay. And with that, you guys continue marching your way through the wilderness. You see Fenna's been walking around, holding the hat, sort of pondering how she's going to change her appearance. And then she puts it on, and you see before your eyes, she suddenly appears as this middle-aged, rather short, plump human man with a thin black goatee and wispy, curly hair parted in the middle. She seems to be dressed like some sort of merchant or shopkeeper with this long, flowy purple cloak, a leather tunic, and knee-high boots. Oh, how does this look, Shrew, Fabian? Unfortunately, it won't disguise my voice.
No. Well, that's quite a change, Fenna. Well done, but I fear that perhaps now we have a massive target on us.
Oh, why?
I mean, you look like a rich old fart. We'll be having bandits all across the Sword Coast visiting us and trying to rob us of our wares.
Oh, I think I can do something about that. And you see that the clothes become more and more tatty and worn. The lush purple cloak disappears, and on top of his head, or her head, is this sort of patchwork woolly cap. Looks more like a peasant now than a rich merchant.
That's much better, Fenna. Well done. That will make you hide yourself very nicely. But Fenna doesn't quite suit you anymore. Let's see. I think I shall call you Fenno. Yes, Fenno.
Isn't that a bit similar?
True.
Fenno?
True. Do they know you by name, though?
Well, I don't know. Do they know you by name?
I think the orc knew my name, yes.
Oh, I can't recall that.
Neither do I, to be honest. I'm not too good with details, in case you haven't realized. Hold on, I got something better. I'll call you Nobus, yes.
Will that make me dazzling, then?
Yes, and I'd be Bernie. Yes.
Okay, so we are now Bernie's Buns?
I couldn't have thought of a better name myself. Bernie's Buns. Buns or bums?
Buns.
Buns.
You put a sausage in a bun.
Right, Bernie's Buns. Or Bernie's Bonzais. Keep it themed, you know.
And with that, Bernie's Bonzais continue their trek for the wilderness, walking for a good 4.5, nearly 5 hours now. You start to feel the pangs of hunger in your stomach. The sun slowly starting to set, so you start to search for a suitable spot to set up camp. After a little while, you spot a small grove of trees. Looks like the perfect spot to set up camp, sheltered from the wind, which is now bitingly cold. You also know that there's plenty of fallen branches around and dead wood, which will enable you to make a campfire. And so you and your companions now start, pitching your tents and making this place home for the night.
Well, now that everything's set up, let's have some dinner and let's get tucking. We have a long trek tomorrow. I don't think Bernie quite likes sausages. I think he's more of a bacon kind of guy. Yes. Today I'm going to fry up some bacon on the fire.
Do we have bacon?
Well, it's a sausage. I'm just pretending it's bacon.
Oh, I thought maybe you had one of those fancy spells.
No. Use your imagination, Fabian.
Oh, it's going to take some powerful help from some ale or wine to make this hardtack and rations seem anything like bacon.
I have a sausage, I just said. Similar.
Yeah, I suppose. I'll keep first watch tonight if that's all right with you.
Yes, of course. Are you okay, Fabian? Is everything fine? You seem a bit off.
I don't know what you mean.
No, maybe I misread the situation. It's okay.
I seem okay. It's looking forward to getting to the lighthouse and finding Sister Gorel.
Yes, me too. I'm sorry I should call you by your name. Dazzling, of course.
Oh yes, Bernie. All right then. Should I wake up Bernie or Norbus first?
Wake up Norbus. Bernie will go last. Or I will go last.
Okay, I'm fine with second watch. And with that, Bernie's Bonzais have their dinner, finish, setting up their camp and making preparations. And I'm just going to say Shrew and Fenna, because otherwise this could be a little confusing, not just to us, but to the listeners. You both sort of tucker down into your beds, or bedrolls rather, and get ready to go to sleep. So I'm going to ask you to roll me a d20.
If you don't know by that sound, that was Big Boy again. It's a 14.
So Fabian's watch passes, and other than the cold, the occasional hoot of an owl in the distance, the wind brushing through the trees, nothing untoward happens. And he goes and wakes up Fenna. Fenna, your watch. Oh, Fabian. Okay, I'll keep a watch out. I'm going to ask you to roll me a d20 again.
Natural one. And Fenna doesn't have luck of the halfling. So
No, she does not.
I had trained Big Boy to roll natural ones instead of twos, because I can re-roll them, but I had forgotten that I also rolled for Fabian and Fenna.
So the first part of Fenna's watch passes quickly and quietly, but after a while, she starts hearing the occasional of a branch being stepped on. She's looking around nervously. She notices that behind the trees, little distance away but not too far, she can see the set of eyes looking towards her. Then another. She's seeing them walk around. She's getting up ever so quietly and carefully. I'm going to ask you to roll me for stealth for Fenna.
That's a 10 plus 1, 11.
She manages to get up without making too much sound. Her eyes fix on these strange eyes that are walking around. She starts making her way from her position to where Fabian and Shrew are lying asleep. She notices now is a little closer to the edge of where you've made camp. She can see through the remaining flickers of the campfire. These are wolves. She's getting close to waking up Shrew and Fabian now. But she notices that they seem to be more interested in hunting prey than the actual camp itself. And as she watches on, the wolves seem to lose interest and slowly disappear into the darkness. Fenna breathes a huge sigh of relief. Oh, Fabian, Shrew, Fabian, Shrew. Quiet.
What is it, Fenna? Everything okay?
There was a small pack of wolves nearby, so we need to be extra vigilant.
Are they close now?
Well, they seem to lose interest and they've disappeared back into the darkness. Just sleep with one eye open.
Is it my turn now to take watch?
Yes.
Good. Don't worry, sleep well, Fenna. I'll take care of this.
Oh, damn wolves. And Fabian rolls over, getting comfy into his bedroll. It's over to Shrew.
Wake up, get my flask of water, put a bit of water on my hands and slap it on my face, and pull the scarf thing that I was wearing, It wasn't much of a scarf, it was more of a semi-blanket that I've rolled up. Pull it closer to me and further around my neck to battle the chill, and I'm gonna take watch. Is this quite a flat area we are at?
Sort of like very soft rolling hills. You can see in the direction that you'll be walking in the morning. The elevation starts to get higher there.
Do I see currently any light from a possible lighthouse?
No.
Are there any trees?
Well, you've got a couple of trees around you in the camp.
Okay, I want to scale one of those trees quietly.
Okay, I'll say you can do that without much issue, but because you want to do it quietly, I'll ask you for a stealth check.
We do this one blind?
Yep.
That's +2 on my stealth.
So you're climbing up this tree, and from the bedrolls underneath you, you hear, "The fuck are you doing, Shrew? You keep it down."
I'm sorry, Fabian. I was just trying to get a higher vantage point and see if I can see the wolves Fenna mentioned. But yes, I'll try and keep it down.
So yeah, you're now sat on top of this tree, looking around. You're trying to see if you can see these wolves then.
Trying to see if I can see the wolves and any light from a possible lighthouse as well.
From where you are at the moment, because the hills towards the west are higher than where you currently are, you can't see any light from this lighthouse. And at present you can't see the wolves either.
From here I can see Fenna and Fabian?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay up here. I think I have a better view up here than I would do down there.
Roll me a d20, please.
Let's see. That's an 8.
The rest of your watch passes without any incidents. You do hear, though, the occasional howl of a wolf in the distance, but not close enough to give you concern, and from your high vantage point with your goggles of the night, you can't see anything coming towards you.
Okay, does my watch pass?
Yeah, your watch passes. The faint morning sun starts to rise now, and you notice this fine snow starting to fall. This morning is particularly cold.
I look up instinctively to see if there's a dragon about.
You can't see any dragon.
Good.
So Fabian and Fenna get up. You guys have your breakfast, pack away your camp, and start making your way west again. I need you to make me a survival check, please.
That's 22.
So Bernie's Bonzais, traversing this landscape of rolling hills and little rocky outcrops, almost as if you've done this many times before, yet this is the first time you've been through this part of the wilds near Phandalin. You manage to travel for a good couple of hours. You're now slowly climbing up this hill, and when you reach the top, you notice at the foot of this hill that you've just reached the summit of, you see this lone figure walking in your direction. As far as you can see, they appear to be human, and they're dressed in rough and weathered clothes. You see that he's seen someone or something at the top of the hill. He's looking a little cautiously. You notice he's carrying a large bundle on his back, and his hand instinctively goes to the short sword on his waist.
Is he within talking distance or shouting distance?
Yeah, I'd say you're within shouting distance.
Okay. Take it easy there, Sonny. Stay your hand. That's Shrew, trying to change his voice.
Oh. Are you bandits?
Do we look like bandits to you?
Well, I can't really tell from down here.
Well, come closer, Sonny.
As he gets closer, you notice that he's a half-elf. You can see this twinkle in his eye that suggests he's seen more than his fair share of adventures. He's got a lean build. You can see that his clothing, while it's well made, is functional. He's wearing a sturdy leather piece of armor, and that his boots look like they've been well travelled in. My name's Erevan. With who do I speak?
My name is Bernie. This is my real voice. I wasn't sure if you were an ambusher or an orc.
No, but there's, well, that's why I'm travelling through the wilderness and not on the Tribor Trail.
Well, great minds think alike. We are doing exactly the same. Where are you headed to?
Well, I'm headed to Phandalin.
What for?
Well, I sell goods and trade in goods.
Really?
I'm on my way there to, hopefully pick up some stuff, sell some others.
What do you have? What kind of goods?
You interested in trading?
Perhaps, yes.
Well, yes, I've got some wares that perhaps you're interested in. Got some gemstones, got some small bits and bobs, but wandering in the wilderness like this, perhaps you're more interested in potions.
Yes, what kind of potions do you carry?
Well, I've got this one, and he sort of opens his backpack and pulls out this small bottle. It's got a red liquid in it, but this doesn't look like the potions of healing you've normally seen. And he says, "Why, this potion, if you drink it, you can cast the enlarge spell on yourself."
Interesting. Any part of your body? You know, if I enlarge my hand, maybe I can hit someone.
Well, you would double in size. And your attacks would also get more powerful. I also have the opposite of this, the potion of shrinkage.
Potion of shrinkage. I'm rather small already, I don't know. Does it halve your power and strength? What does it do?
Yes, well, your strength would get little softer, but you would half your size.
I don't know.
It could get you out of a pickle if you are trapped somewhere.
Perhaps. I'm rather small as it is already.
Then perhaps this one will interest you. And he pulls out this other little flask. It's got like this black, thick liquid in it. This here is an oil of slipperiness. And with it you can gain the effects of the freedom of movement spell for 8 hours. Or you can pour it on the ground to produce the effects of the grease spell.
Interesting. Those are not spells I'm familiar with, but I like the idea of being slippery, especially if I get caught by some filthy orcs.
So do any of these tickle your fancy? Have you got anything? Have you got coin or something to trade?
How much for the lot?
For all 3?
Yes.
I can give you a special discounted price if you take all 3 of them.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Won't come cheap though. These are quite valuable potions. The best I could do for you is 250 gold for all 3.
Well, would you look at the time of day? I say, we're quite... What about trading for something? I have... Let me show you my wares. Hold on.
Oh, are you a trader too?
Oh,
are
yes.
You traders?
Oh, yes. My name is Bernie. I'm a trader extraordinaire.
I can't say I've heard of you before.
No, because I'm rather new in the scene here in Phandalin. I made my trades further afield, Baldur's Gate and all that area down there. But yes, let me show you my stuff. First off, I have this staff. It's not really impressive, but it's a staff. If you need to bonk anyone on the head with it, this is a weapon for you, my friend.
Well, this is a dime a dozen staff.
No, this is Bernie's staff. 250 gold this piece sets you back.
You're pulling my leg here.
Yes, I am. I have to be honest. Let's see, I'm sure I have something better here. Oh yes, here we have. And I bring out the hat of wizardry with the stars.
Ooh, that looks fancy.
Yes, this is the hat of wizardry.
Oh, what exactly does it do?
Do you know any wizards?
I'm sure I can find one that is interested in buying one.
Good boy. I'm sure you can. And if you do, you could sell this for 250 gold to that wizard. It will make you be able to cast cantrips that you don't know, And it also serves as a wizard's focus. Very handy. What say you? Those 3 potions for this hat. It's a steal, I must add, for you, and I shouldn't be doing this, but to be honest, I don't know any wizards. Myself, and as I say, I'm not from these parts, and...
Do you mind if I have a look at it?
Yes, of course, yeah.
I'll tell you what. Because you're new on the scene, as you're saying. Because you don't know any wizards.
No.
I could be robbing you blind here.
Yes.
250 gold is wholesale price. You could get a little more for this. Let me throw something in to sweeten the deal a bit.
Really?
Yes.
Well, how honest of you.
Yes, well, I wouldn't feel right shortchanging you. This is quite a valuable item.
Well, you're not like most traders.
No, well, I like to make honest trades. I don't have a big shop, fancy storefront. I like to travel the world and sell to people that I walk by and then stock up in the next town and just wander off to the next one.
A traveling salesman sounds very, very romantic.
Ah, it is. The world is my oyster. Here, let me see if I've got something else here. And he starts rummaging for his bag. He pulls out this scroll.
What is that?
Just let me double check this again. Yeah, sort of unscrolls it. Unravels it. Yes, this is a scroll of jump.
Very interesting. All those 4 items.
Yes, the 4 items for the Hat of Wizardry. And this one's free, because this was given to me by a good friend of mine.
And who is that friend of yours? Do I know him?
I'm sure you do. You must have found some of his items throughout the wilderness before. Neil Ravos.
Oh.
One of our top donator on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much, Neil.
Thank you
really
very much.
Appreciate it. So yes, if you're amenable, then these 4 items for the Hat of Wizardry.
Yes. 1 second. I want to do an insight check on this guy here.
Oh, your first inside check of the campaign, I think.
Probably
33 episodes.
on the most honest guy I've come across. Ridiculous. But yeah, I still want to do it.
Okay, yeah, roll for insight.
That's a total of 8.
I see you're hesitant, my friend, Bernie.
Well, it's just that I've got to be honest with you. This hat and I go back quite some time.
I'm not trying to rob you.
No. It's just that I feel sad for letting it go, but it is of no use to me anymore, so it's okay. I accept your terms. It's a very fair trade. Thank you. And I hand him over the hat.
Okay, and he hands you over the potion of enlarge, the potion of... I can't remember what I said because I couldn't pronounce the word.
Shrinkage, you said.
Shrinkage, yeah.
And it was diminution.
Yeah, that was it. For some reason, it just wasn't rolling off my tongue. The oil of slipperiness and the scroll of jump.
Nice. Thank you, Neil. So yeah, I stash all those items away on my bag.
Would you mind if I asked you a question, Bernie?
No, of course not.
Where exactly are you headed? These are dangerous lands.
It is top secret. I'm afraid I can't disclose any information. It's a very important mission. Where do you come from exactly?
I'm on my way from Leylon at the moment.
Oh, yes, I know the place.
Are you headed to Leylon?
No. Why?
No, I'm just asking because usually most people travel along the tribal trail and then the high road, but you don't seem like you've traveled these lands before.
Why do you say that?
You seem to be walking quite relaxed through these dangerous lands. I mean, you're far from the dangers of the tribal trail at the moment, but these rocky outcrops are known to be home to ogres. You really need to know where you're going and be careful.
Are you serious?
Deadly.
But how does a chap like you avoid all these dangers?
Well, I know the routes well, and I try to travel a little carefully.
Could you maybe show us which routes to take to avoid these ogres?
Well, they roam around, so you need to keep an ear out for them.
Mm-hmm.
But they do like to take rest on the top of these rocky outcrops that you see up there.
Right.
They can be a little tricky to see sometimes at night. Their big bulking frames just look like boulders from a distance.
Interesting. Are they keen of eye? Would they see a campfire from far away? Or?
That they could. But I mean, in this sort of weather,
Yes.
you'd be wise to keep warm.
Will you be okay traveling to Funderling? Have you heard news of Funderling?
Well, I know there's been a dragon going round. But you know, if it's not a dragon, it's an ogre. If it's not an ogre, it's an orc. If it's not an orc, it's damn goblins. It's always something.
Yes, well, it's kind of more than one thing right now. It's the dragon, it's the orcs. There's an impending attack, and Funderling is actually starting to pack up.
Well, more the reason perhaps to be there. Perhaps there's people in need of my wares.
Yes.
And then it won't be long before I'm off. Probably to Tribor next.
Tribal? Where are you heading to there?
As I said before, I just like to travel around and, pick things up in one town and sell them off in the next.
Well, you should visit Butterskull Ranch. They have very nice butter there, and there's a very nice man there called Alphonse. He's a good friend of mine.
I am impressed you remember that it was actually Alphonse.
Yeah. He has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, Shrew's growing with these names lately.
He's a good friend of mine, as I said, and he may be in need of some of your wares. Do you fight, friend?
No, just I have my sword to defend myself. I'm by no means a warrior.
Have you travelled up the coast?
Well, I travelled from Neverwinter down to Leylon, and now from Leylon to Phandalin.
Did you see anything close to the coast? Anything dubious? Anything strange?
Well, yes, seems to have been a number of shipwrecks lately around there.
Yes.
The rumours are that there's something odd about that lighthouse.
Indeed.
And for one, its light is green.
Green, you say?
Yes, like an ethereal green, cutting through the night.
What direction would you say? From here, one should travel to get to said lighthouse.
I mean, from where you are now, it's due west. Keep going that way, it's almost a straight line, if you can travel as a crow flies.
Right. No, I have no interest in going there, of course. I'm a green ethereal flame, you say. No, please, no. We are no adventurers.
Is that your secret mission?
No, preposterous. We are no adventurers. My secret mission was to find a little town where they are in need of certain goods, certain potions, which I now...
that sounds like my sort of place.
Yes, that's why. Well, I'm a merchant, as I said.
Roll me a deception.
That's a total of 9.
9. Don't worry, Bernie, if that's your name. I won't, I haven't seen you, and I don't know that you're going to the lighthouse, if that's where you're really heading.
Can I trust you, then?
Yes, well, if you couldn't, I would have run off with your hat. That hat at resale value is almost 500 gold.
What?
Well, the potions I've given you are of an equal value. In fact, I'd even offered you a discount for purchasing more than one together.
True.
I could have just kept quiet, given you the 3 potions, and then...
But you're not working for the orcs, are you? The half-orcs?
No, I'm not even on the trail because I want to stay far away from them.
Look, my name is not Bernie, no. Perhaps you have heard of me and my little crew here. We are...
What are you doing, Bernie?
You heard them.
Yes, Bernie, what are you doing?
You heard the man, we can trust him.
As you wish.
We are indeed called Shrew's Shrubberies. My name is Shrew.
Okay.
You haven't heard of us?
Can't say I have.
Blast. Anyway, we are not headed for the lighthouse. That was a deception in my part that you very astutely picked up. There is a secret item we need to seek deep in a cave in one of these outcrops and hills that the ogres call their home. And that is where our next adventure lies.
Is that why you're walking so nonchalantly through the top of that hill?
We are brave warriors.
You're trying to attract the ogres.
No, we are brave adventurers. We fear nothing, let alone mere ogres. We've downed quite a few in our time already. We know how to deal with these foes. It will be but a walk in the park.
Oh, I hope so. Last time we had Falcon.
Shut up. Fenna, for a second. Fenna.
Yes?
Not now.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, we must be on our way. Safe travel.
Likewise. Perhaps we'll meet each other again, Shrew.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yes.
Between you and I mentioned Thunderling was packing up. Indeed they are. They are headed over to Neverwinter.
To Neverwinter, that's a long trek for a whole town.
Yes, they'll take a time, but they'll be safer there.
They'll be run down by the orcs.
No. Don't be silly.
Or a caravan that size on the open road. The dragon will have its share of pickings.
Don't worry. We've got a plan.
Ludicrous.
No.
I must warn them not to do that.
No. We have a plan. Don't worry.
Well, I hope it's a better one than just marching everybody down to Neverwinter. That will take far too long.
It's a couple of days.
Sitting ducks.
5 days. Travel.
And the open road with
Who said
orcs.
anything about open road?
The whole town's going to, travel for the wilderness? The ogres will have a buffet.
No. Don't be silly. What ogres? No, we're going through the woods. Neverwinter woods.
So straight through the orcs' new territory then.
So you know about the orcs then?
Yeah, well, who doesn't? They've been running riot lately. Sure, you must have seen that big fire a few days ago.
Yes. The orcs will be coming to Funneling, and as they approach, Funneling will be leaving through the other side and go unnoticed. The orcs will find an empty town and will go straight through, or they'll go straight through the forest when the orcs are no longer there. It's an ingenious plan by Harbing Wester himself.
Well, if you say so, I should hurry up then and get there before people leave.
Of course.
Stock up and sell some wares.
That's right.
Well, farewell, Shrew.
Nice to see you.
I didn't catch your name, sorry.
Her name here is Norbus, and his name is Dazzling.
Well, something tells me that, never mind. Good luck with your quest.
You too, friend. I forgot your name already, but don't take offense. It happens many a times.
Everon, my friend.
Eberron.
Erevan.
Well, see you around. And we turn and leave, slightly scared of the ogres that we didn't know made their homes in these hills.
So yeah, roll me a survival check now as you carry on.
Okay, we're stealthing this time.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be attracting any ogres.
So give me a survival check first, and then if you want to be stealthing, you need to give me a stealth check as well. For extra tension, now that you know there's the possibility of ogres, as well as the ever-present threat of the dragon above, I'm going to ask you to make the survival check blind as well.
And that's a +3 on survival.
Okay, now come the stealth checks.
I'm going to roll the 3 at once.
Actually, I'm going to ask you to roll big boy again, because you've got your boots of elven kind.
Yes, that's right, with advantage.
I'm going to have to ask you to roll that again. You know why?
Natural 1.
Yep.
Got him trained, see?
You and that damned halfling luck. You guys continue to press on, marching through the wilderness, cautiously now, as you are aware of some of the greater threats that perhaps roam these lands. The snow starts to fall a little bit heavier. It's making the travel a little harder. You have to trudge through the snow now as you're walking up these hills. Every time you get up one, you sort of see it roll back down into another one, and then an even taller one meets you. As you're making your way up a hill, you catch the sense of something delicious in the air, like this fresh game being roasted on an open fire. There's a smell, sense of burning, the unmistakable sense of a campfire. You're hearing these guttural grunts and snarls up ahead. You almost stop in your tracks as you see one of these boulders from the top of the hill slowly shift and move. You realize then that that is no boulder. You realize that this is the face of a gruesome ogre, now staring down at you. As you hear it let out this guttural cry. These two other hulking figures turn, start facing you down. I'm going to ask you to roll for initiative.
Damn dog. Okay, I'm rolling for Shrew first. 18 plus 2, 20.
Okay. Fabian?
Total of 12.
Okay.
And now Fenna. Total of 8.
So top of the initiative is actually going to be Shrew. What you gonna do?
I don't know if I've ever been first. Let's see. So how far away are these ogres from us?
I'd say about 100 feet.
Ooh. I'm going to cast Tidal Wave on 2 of the ogres. The ones that are close to each other, because I can't quite reach the other one.
Okay. I believe this was a area of effect, yeah?
Yeah, they have to make a dexterity saving throw.
They both fail.
Nice start for a change. Okay, here goes. 48 bludgeoning damage and they will get knocked prone. I'm rolling with 2 DM dice and 2 of my dice. Let's see if it's the dice or the person that is cursed. Inconclusive. So I rolled 6 and a 5 on the DM dice and a 5 and a 2 on my dice. Total of 18 damage.
This giant wave appears as you cast your spell. Their campfire goes out. Their dinner's ruined. And 2 of them are now lying on their backs like giant turtles. And you're hearing these screams of rage at the moment. They seem incredibly pissed off at that.
That was part of the plan. No supper for you.
Is Shrew doing anything else?
Yes, he's moving 25 feet back.
Okay.
Are there any rocks or things we can hide behind here? Or is it just a flat area where we are?
You're sort of on the banks of this hill. There's some stones, some rocks, but nothing large enough for you to hide behind. The large rocks are up above you.
Okay.
With that, it's incidentally the turn of the ogre that's still standing. So he moves a little bit forward so that he's within range, and you see him with his javelin. He's looking at the 3 of you. He seems to be determining that Fabian is the biggest threat at the moment, seeing this little gnome and this little halfling.
Little human.
Oh yes, the description, but seeing this fat, portly, peasant-looking human on one side and this very small humanoid on the other, staring Fabian down. Yeah, that will definitely hit. 18 plus 6 will hit. Ooh, that's 13 piercing damage on Fabian. And incidentally, it is Fabian's turn as the ogre stays put.
Okay, I want to take a potion of healing, one of the smaller ones with Fabian.
Actually, you know how we've been playing where for a bonus action you can down your potion?
Yes.
Well, I came across an article online. Can't really remember the website because I've been reading up on a load of things over the last week. But they had this interesting concept which I'm eager to try out. And that's where if you use a bonus action for your potion, you roll for the HP. But if you use your full action, you get the full HP offered by the bottle of potion of healing. I think the logic behind it is if you're doing it as a bonus, you're sort of rushing it and trying to see how much you can gulp down whilst you're doing something else. Whereas if you take your action, you should really get the full benefits of the potion.
Okay, and if you administer a potion to someone as a bonus action or as an action?
If you're using your action to feed it to someone else, I'll say that you can get the max HP offered by the potion.
But you still cannot feed it as a bonus action. Only
as an action.
Okay. Sounds cool. Yeah. So Fabian, this turn will use it as a bonus action.
Okay, so yeah, that's 2d4 plus 2 then.
Okay, that's a total of 8 healing for Fabian.
And for his action?
For his action, he's gonna take out his bow and fire at the ogre. That's a 2 plus 3, 5.
As he pulls his bow and notches the arrow, despite this hulking frame of the beast, the arrow flies off into the distance, nowhere near its mark.
Wow. Okay.
Is that it for Fabian?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so it's a Fenna then.
Fenna is gonna forgo healing for a bit, and she's gonna cast Guiding Bolt at the ogre as a level 2 spell. Hopefully she hits. That's 16 plus 6, 22.
To hit, yeah, that definitely hits.
That's a 5d6 for Fenna. Not bad, Fenna.
I think Fenna's probably had the most takedowns in the campaign so far.
I think you're right. That's a total of 23 damage for Fenna.
Ooh, Fenna. 23, yeah? He definitely felt that one.
Good.
Fenna doing anything else?
Fenna, like Shrew, is gonna back it up a bit. 25 feet.
It's over to the 2 ogres that were knocked down by the tidal wave. They get up in a rage, sort of kicking the logs and what's left of the deer, shrieking in rage. They start running towards Fabian and Shrubberies. They're now within 40 feet of Fabian, but they've actually used their action to dash. So that takes us back to the top of the round on Shrew.
Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna cast Tidal Wave on them again and try and hit the 2 ogres that I hit before. Just to piss them off just a bit more.
Okay. Okay, so one has failed. The other one has made the save.
Okay, so one takes full damage, the other half. And the one that took full damage again is downed.
As this wave erupts and starts filling the area, knocking him prone. Again, you hear this rage. He's sort of smashing his fist on the floor, almost like a childish tantrum now.
Okay, here we go. That's a total of 18 half to 9 for the one that saved.
Yeah, they definitely felt that.
Yes.
So it's over to the ogre who attacked Fabian. He's going to move his full range of movement, which is 40 feet. He's grabbing one of his other javelins now. Well, I'm going to use the big boy. I'm going to use William. I lovingly call him William because we didn't have an ox mini. And I used my big boy dice to represent William.
Nice.
Oh, William. 17 plus whatever. That definitely hits him. That's a total of 8 damage to Fabian. So this javelin boom, digs into Fabian's arm.
Fabian is taking the whole brunt of the attacks, poor guy.
Yeah, so far he is. And after throwing this javelin, the ogre just lets out this guttural scream. He seems more than pissed off now seeing one of his companions downed again. It's actually over to Fabian now.
Fabian runs up to the ogre as he's dropping his bow and taking out his dragon slaying sword with both hands slashing at the ogre. 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's 1d10 as he's using both hands. Total of 9 damage.
Yeah, his sword slashes across his chest. You see this wound open up and he's shouting in pain, staring at the heavens, screaming.
As the sword slightly snags the flesh of the ogre, he's gonna push it in to the wound he just opened, trying to penetrate his blubbery body.
That's with his action surge, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oof.
Max damage.
Yeah, that's a 10 plus 5, 15 damage on the second attack.
As the blade digs into his wound, you see him coughing up blood now. He looks seriously hurt.
Nice.
If Fabian is done, then it's over to Fenna.
Yeah, Fabian is done. Fenna's going to cast Guiding Bolt again, but this time as a level 1.
Okay.
14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And she's going for the same one that Fabian just attacked.
Okay.
So a total of 15 damage.
Give me either an acrobatics or athletics check for Fabian.
Total of 6.
6. So this guiding bolt bursts into this ogre. You hear this guttural scream as he collapses on top of Fabian. Fabian manages to hold his ground, but he's got this hulking ogre sort of collapse on him. Fenna, a bit more care, please! And as he says that, he sort of manages to just about shimmy this hulking frame of the ogre off him as he collapses into the snow around him. Is Fenna doing anything else?
No, she's staying there.
Okay, it's over to the other 2 ogres. Firstly, the ogre that was knocked down for the second time by the tidal wave. He gets up. He's just seen one of his companions be felled, and he's raging. He's grabbing a javelin, taking aim at Fabian. And for all his rage, he almost strikes his other companion as he just whittles past the top of his head.
Nice.
The other ogre is running straight up to Fabian. He's going to try and smash him with his club. It's a bit better. Not for Fabian, but for the ogre. It's 14 plus 6, which is a 20, which hits.
Yep.
His club strikes true, dealing Fabian 15 bludgeoning damage.
Fabian is feeling this fight.
He's taken 23 damage at this point. He's going to max out for 39. And with that, it's over to Shrew.
Okay. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on the ogre that's engaging with Fabian.
Okay.
And with my bonus, I'm going to turn into Bear Shrew and run 20 feet to close the distance between myself and the ogre a bit.
Okay. Shrew doing anything else?
No, staying there for now.
Okay, it's over to Fabian then.
Fabian is going to take out his shield now as well, and this time slash on the ogre with one hand. 13 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, nice.
Everything seems to be going your way for a change this battle.
Well, not everything, but they seem to be able to hit quite easily. That's a total of 11. 6 plus 5.
Okay, yeah, he felt that. He's looking quite wounded now as that sword slices into him.
He's going to use Second Wind to heal himself a bit.
Okay.
That's a 10 plus 5 for his level, so 15 altogether. Second Wind allows you as a bonus to roll a d10 and add your level for healing, just as a reminder.
Very well. With that, it's over to Fenna.
Fenna is going to cast Sacred Flame on the ogre that's engaged with Fabian. Needs to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that's a 14 plus 3.
Yeah, he saves. It's a cantrip. Nothing happens.
Okay. Is Fenna doing anything else?
She's staying there for now.
So it's over to the 2 ogres then. So this other ogre runs up to Fabian, club in hand, fuming, and in his rage, and sort of intrigued by this light that's on his friend, and this giant bear that's appeared in front of them, swings wildly, again almost hitting his colleague. It's over to the other one that's engaged with Fabian. He has to make a constitution saving throw, if I'm correct.
Yep. Constitution 10.
That's a 13 total.
He does not save.
Takes a full brunt.
Okay, that's 2d10 radiant damage. For a total of 13.
Yeah, this ogre screams out in pain, drops to one knee, his left hand keeping him upright, his whole body shaking, but he's still there. Just manages to pull himself up. He's going to swing his club. It's a 19 plus. It definitely hits Fabian.
Yeah, poor Fabian. Well, he's the warrior. Technically, he's a tank, right?
That's a whopping 18 damage this time.
Jeez.
Fabian's doing well though, holding his own. Having smashed Fabian with his club, he's going to turn his attention to this bear in front of him as he moves out of the moonbeam and towards Shrew. And incidentally, it's Shrew's turn.
I'm going to attack the ogre just in front of me.
So with your bite or your claws?
With my bite. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Bite is 1d8. That's 6 doubled to 12 plus 5, 17 total.
Yeah, so as you bite this ogre, you rip out a huge chunk of his flesh as he collapses on the ground beside you, his blood staining the snowy ground.
I run up to the next ogre and attack it with my claws. 11 to hit.
That just hits.
Oh, wow. Nice. That's 2d6.
We're going to have to upgrade the Dragon of Icespire Peak to an ancient dragon.
No, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've just rolled 2 natural ones on this roll. So 2 plus 5, 7.
This ogre looks seriously hurt as well. He's taken the full brunt of both tidal waves. He's taken the most punishment. Still standing though. Over to Fabian.
Fabian is obviously going to turn his attention to the last ogre, drop his shield, and attack with both hands. For a 24.
Definitely hits.
And that's a d10 again. It's a 12 total.
This ogre lets out a guttural scream as its guts start spilling out onto the floor in front of you. Sort of hand goes over the wound, trying to press it in. He's breathing heavy, eyes almost rolling back. His arm with the club falls limp beside him, but he's still holding onto it.
Just give up.
Over to Fenna.
Fenna's gonna get closer and again cast Sacred Flame.
As a 12.
Does not save.
Yep.
That's a total of 7.
How does Fenna want to do this?
Hey, Fenna. It's almost comical to us as we see this chubby, middle-aged human with wispy hair casting Sacred Flame onto that ogre, hitting it square on the head and blasting his brains all over Fabian. And Shrew.
For fuck's sake, Fenna, I told us you keep... Be careful. I seem to remember these being a little tougher last time we met them. I think it's safe for you to drop your form. Shrew, doesn't seem to be anything else around here. The noise those beasts made falling down perhaps would have attracted anything else around this area.
And I drop my form. Yes, quite. They do seem to be weaker than the ones we found in Cranberry Shrine. Can't remember the name. Coneyberry Shrine. That's right. Or perhaps we've gained certain strength.
Oh yes, we are quite a bit stronger.
Well, I think we should continue. Let's investigate the camp and see if they had anything hiding there.
Okay, let's go have a look.
We cautiously go up. Not stealthily, but cautiously.
Yeah, you guys make your way up. As you're walking up, you see bits of the deer spread out over the hillside, washed down by Shrew's tidal wave. You get to the top and you see what was left of the campfire. You know, again, sort of sprawled out across the hilltop. You see some personal effects like their bedrolls and little trinkets which seem worthless, maybe carved out of bone. But you do see a small chest.
What do we have here? I go up to the chest. I'll check it for some traps.
Okay, roll investigation.
It's a natural 20. Second for me of the day.
Yeah, it's been a good dice day for you today.
It's not been bad.
So yeah, you run your fingers delicately over it as you inspect this chest. There's nothing holding you back here.
Okay, does it seem locked?
It does.
Is it like a padlock? What are we dealing with here?
You can see it's got a little keyhole.
Okay. Well, this chest seems locked. Let's see if we can break it open. Do I see any rocks, big rocks around?
Yeah, there's boulders around.
Okay, well, boulders. Something I could lift.
I thought you wanted to smash the
Yeah,
chest.
that would work as well, yeah. Let's try that. Let's try that.
I think you also had a key as well.
Yeah, I did, but...
You're saving that for something else.
I don't know, I don't want to waste it on a chest. What if it just has, like, I don't know, spices for the deer or something like that?
Yeah, who knows? Thanks for the idea. So you're going to throw it onto this boulder and try and smash it open, yeah?
Well, let me try and do a investigation or perception, whatever you think is more suitable here. But I want to try and figure out what's inside. Maybe not exactly, obviously, but kind of if it's fragile.
Okay, give me a perception check. You're sort of shaking this chest to see what's in there.
19 total.
What a day for you and the dice, I think.
Yeah.
Perhaps you've finally shaken off that
Curse.
curse.
It's the best session I've had since we started, I think. Probably.
Yeah. So yeah, as you're shaking this chest, you hear the unmistakable sound of clinking coins as you're shaking it, along with some heavier, almost like rolling sounds in there.
Do they sound like glass? The heavier sounds?
No, they sound almost like stones.
I'm going to try and crack the chest open.
Okay, give me an athletics check as you're going to smash this against the boulder.
That's a 17 minus 1, 16.
So yeah, you manage to crack this chest on these boulders. As the lid comes off, you see a number of coins in there. And 2 stones. A dark grey opaque stone with some red flecks in it. Another translucent green stone, along with about 70 gold pieces.
Well, well, well. We seem to have found the ogre jackpot here. There's quite a bit of gold here and 2 very expensive-looking gemstones.
Yes, I'm sure that our beautiful Halia will be able to value these for us. I wonder if she's thinking of me.
Well, I'm sure she is. You left quite an impression yesterday.
I can't wait to see her again.
We'll be back soon. Perhaps you can share a tale or two in our journey up to Axelm if she does come along.
Sounds like a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So are Shrubberies staying here, or are you guys moving on? You got a couple more hours, I'd say, of travel before you need to start making up camp again.
We're gonna carry on until we have to stop for the rest.
Okay, so roll me a survival check, please.
11.
So the sun starts to set behind the rolling hills. You've been traveling now for a couple more hours, and you find yourself searching for a suitable spot to set up camp for the night. The rugged terrain now is starting to make you feel tired and weary. The snow hasn't stopped. It's now settling quite heavily on the ground. But you manage to find this hill that's got a little bit of shelter from some rocks, where you can sort of bundle yourselves together in, perhaps light a fire, huddle around it, and that's where we're going to call it a session.
Nice toasty finish to the session.
Yeah, finally got to roll some dice this time.
Yeah, and finally after, 2 episodes of roleplay, we've had a fight. So apparently our power has increased substantially. We had a hard time against, it was 2 ogres last time, with Al fighting alongside us.
Well, there was a number of orcs though as well, so
yeah,
a lot more to deal with.
We also dealt with orcs recently and they fell considerably quicker too. But let's not get too cocky. They still dealt quite a bit of damage. It was 1.18 damage on a hit to Fabian.
Yeah, they hit hard, but they're kind of like HP sponges at this point.
That's true, yeah.
Although I imagine they'll be more dangerous if they are accompanied with other beasties as well.
Yeah, there were only 3, really.
So yeah, that was a fun episode. A little bit of mix of some roleplay and some battle. New character as well. Wandering tradesman. Wandering merchants.
Yeah.
Got a nice deal there for your head of wizardry.
Yeah, really, I didn't need it anymore.
Served its use already.
Yeah.
Giving us some classic moments.
You want to hear more about this episode, though?
Yeah, you know what you got to do. What's that, Al?
Head over to Buy Me a Coffee sign up to one of our membership tiers, either the Magus or the Archmagus. And every week we'll post a reflection episode the day after the episode airs. So tomorrow you can listen to us talk about this episode and just a bit more delve deeper into what's gone on today. At Buy Me a Coffee, you can also, if you want to, donate certain items, like our good friend Neil has done yet again. Thank you very much for that scroll of jump. If you want to find the link, the easiest way to do so is by visiting our website, i2td.com. That's a digit 2. And there you'll also find some blogs that we're posting recently. So make sure to check all those out as well. And as always, please leave a comment and a rating in any of your podcast players of choice. They really, really help us.
Yeah, for sure. And if you listen on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and why not click that little bell on the end?
Yeah, it tickles us when you click the bell.
And today we've got a promo swap with our new friends from Stories and Sorceries. Make sure to visit them on the links on the description of this episode. Give them a listen and a follow. Gonna roll their ad now.
Welcome to Frangature, a world dominated by a large continent broken into 4 nations. But we begin our journey in the eastern land of Alkiar, a nation of sand and dunes. It is there we find our 4 would-be heroes. Eustace, the duty-bound paladin.
You will rue the day, sir, when you die.
His estranged brother, Astrion, a sword for hire.
Well, I ain't no goddamn that guy, but...
The soul-bound twins, Albion.
We go find the girls in the town and we sneak out behind the town hall and we drink a little bit and touch the soft part of the inside of each other's elbows. You know what I'm saying?
And Dreg.
Ah! I've been tainted!
The twin dragons from the Tangwu Monastery. Join us and these 4 as we unfold the stories of this world.
There you have it. Sasspod.
Sasspod. I like that.
It reminds me of Sassy Pod. Stories and Sorceries. Make sure to check them out. And that leads us on to our favorite part of the night. Just kidding. Favorite part is playing the game. Second favorite part of the night, which is End of Episode Club, the last ones standing. We give you a password, you insert it into the comments section of wherever you may find us, and we'll have a laugh at your at your witty comment. So what's the password today, Nicholas?
Full name. I feel like I've been naughty.
Yeah.
Today's password is hat trick.
Why?
Because you pulled a trick with your hat. Well, not really a trick, but you traded your hat, and there was a hat trick of ogres. So yeah, use it in a comment, as Al's already said, and make us laugh.
A hat trick is when you score 3 goals, right? In football.
Oh yeah. Perhaps those across the pond aren't familiar with the term.
Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hope to see you again.
As we delve
into the dungeon.
What a day for you and the dice. I think
Yeah.
perhaps you've finally shaken off that
curse.
curse.
It's the best session I've had since we started, I think. Probably.
Yeah. Perhaps it's counterbalancing your ill fortune with Wordle lately.
Don't think I mentioned that.
Sore subjects, yeah.
Yeah. I like the idea of being slippery, especially if I get caught by some filthy orcs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, especially if you enlarge a certain part of your body.
Now. Behave.